Hi, good morning and good evening. So, as a part of pending topics, we have invoice approvals and aging methods. So now, just I'm going to add O2C cycle also. So just we'll work on O2C after completing the other topics. Okay, fine. Because we have to do many setups related to OM. We have to keep ready inventory side and other setups. Now this is a new environment. So instead of start doing now, we'll do it a bit later. Okay. And apart from that, just we done up to cash management. Now we'll start with the GL. After completing GL, we'll work on fusion tax, fusion expense. Then we'll go with the pending topics. Okay, we'll go in this sequence. So we'll start with the GL. When I talk about general ledger, these are the basic setups already we completed in the beginning of the classes, right? So accounting calendar, currencies, value set, chart of accounts, primary ledger, ledger options, all these roles assignment up to opening the GL periods. These are all tasks we completed, which are common configuration and which is a basic for GL. Okay, now we'll go with these topics which we have from GL side. Understanding role-based dashboard anyway, that will come across when you're working on GL, and we'll see journal creation and posting. So, earlier we are using the user called as Cloud INC. Later, just I think for few sessions we used Google as a user. Now we'll proceed with the Cloud INC user only. Fine. So just we'll see journal creation process. Okay. Go to journals task. Okay. So go to task list. Say create journal. Right, it's taking time. Fine. So this is a batch section where you can provide the batch details. Within this batch, we can create the one or multiple journals. Here we have option to add the multiple journals and line information. Say batch one, journal one, and category. Here also we can set the category default. However, we set default business unit for payables or any other application. Okay. So default journal category, you can set the profile option so that you could default any one of the category which you want to default. Then this will provide the debit and credit lines. So company, department, the expense account. Say $100. Same company, department. Okay, we can select any one of the cash account. Say okay. Fine, done. So we can save it. And within the same batch, if you want to enter multiple journals, that means if you want to go with the batch functionality, after saving, we have to click on add journal. Let system save this record. Done, saved. Okay, now you may create one more journal within this batch. Click on add. Journal 2, same process. It's taking time. Say $200. Okay, save it and say like we just done with the batch journal creation. You can complete this batch creation and we can proceed with the final step called as posting, which will update the balances. So which account we used here? Five six double five two, right? 56552. So this is how we can create the one or multiple journals. We'll just check the batch status. Selected for posting. Yeah, status is posted. Fine. Now we can close this. In case of EBS, we have inquire balances, right? We have inquire balances. So just be done with this task. Inquire balances, similar to inquire balances, here we have account inspector. In GL we have account inspector. We'll just see how we can inspect the specific account balances, which is equal to inquire balances. It could be account or journal. Okay, that's how we have in EBS, right? So here we'll just go and verify that. So okay, just expand this. Go to period close. Go to task list. Here we have a balance inquiry. So just click on inquire and analyze balances. Any account balances, if you want to inquire or if you want to analyze, okay, you can just use this task. Fine, done. Here you can select specific dimensions. So this inquire account balances or inquire and analyze balances, the future name is account inspector. It will fetch the balances from SBase. It will fetch the balances from SBase, not from Oracle database. Once data is journals are created and posted, that information will sync with the SBase database. Once whatever the data is available in the SBase database, the data you can fetch from this account inspector just to get to know that account balances for specific period or how you want to see. So these are the predefined dimensions. Based on this selection, you can inquire it. So I will just go with the specific criteria. So search, remove the default test and click on search. Select our company or all company values. Select department, click on search, remove this, search specific company or all specific department or all departments. Ledger, because we selected ledger, the same is defaulting. Scenario, the actual, and you could see like what are those different scenarios we have to select, which will fetch the balances accordingly. So actual these scenarios and all the term they taken from the SBase only. In the SBase only, this is the option we have. But when it comes to the usage and all we do in our application, that is actuals, budgets. Okay, we have balance types, right, in EBS, similar to that. But here we are going with the actual balance of journals only. And balance amount, periodic activity, you can accept currency USD. Currency type, totals or debit or credit, you can select in any value. You can select specific account, what we are going to select, or multiple accounts. Totals you can accept, or else you can go with the entered currency balances. Anyone you can select. And amount base, amount type is base amount, you can accept, or else you can select PTDQ. Base means it will just consider all. You can go with the PTD, specific period balances you want to get to know. So here we selected company department, but within our ledger we have three segments: company, department, account. By default, system selecting account segment here, account segment values under the period. Okay, so now you can click on refresh. You can click on refresh and you can expand. As of now, all accounts. We'll see how to select the specific account. Expand. So this is how you can see specific account related balance. So minus 300 it's showing, that means negative. So credit account. This is a credit account. We'll see how to inquire specific account balances also. Here also you can see, but along with other accounts. here. This is the account, right? 56552. 56552. So we created two journals. One journal with $100, other journal with $200. So total 300. Just you can click on that amounts. It will allow for drill down. It's showing like with this criteria. So the same account code combination. This is a company, this is a department, this is account. We have 300. If you click on this further, it will display. This 300 is resulting from two journals. These two journals. If these two journals source is payables or receivables, here in now it is manual. We created in GL itself. If the source is payables or receivables, it will allow you for further drill down also. Anyway, now here we can go up to the actual journal which you created. I'm selecting the journal one. It will open the specific journal definition. Okay, this is actual journal which we created. This is falling under the batch 1, journal 1. And if this journal source is other than manual, okay, here you can find that amounts section. So hyperlink, you can click on click on that. That will take you to the source of transaction. Okay, if it is from payables, if you click on the amount, it will take to payables. But this journal is created within the GL, so no drill down is applicable. So this is how it works. And if you want to inquire or if you want to inspect specific account balance, instead of finding all these, okay, you don't want to see all these accounts, so just you want to inspect only these account balances. So in that case, what you could do is, here these are the different dimensions. It's nothing but simply you can say criteria. Based on this criteria and conditions filtration, we are able to get these balances for the current month PTD. Now if you want to get specific account, what you have to do is, so you, here we have a two dimensions. Okay, account as a row, period as a column dimension. So if you can get the account dimension here, you'll be able to select account. If you get this account into this list, you can select the account. If you have account here, you cannot select it. So if you want to get the account here, before that one dimension you have to move from here to here. If you move any one of the dimension here, then only system will accept. Otherwise, minimum one row dimension, one column dimension here it is required. That's what we have seen as default system taken this. Now we want to get that account dimension from here to here, so that we will be able to select specific account to inspect that account related balances instead of seeing entire list of accounts and searching for specific account. So in that case, what we could do is, maybe just you can drag and drop any one of the dimension from here to there. I'm just dragging this. Okay, done. So we selected, just I dragged and dropped department. Now this account I can take it back. Okay, hold and drag, that's all. So department we given only one, that is the reason department we selected when it was here 100 only, 1000 only, the same is display. Now you can just select the account instead of all accounts. By default system is displaying all accounts. Now you can select the specific account. What is our account? We want to inspect the balances. Search. Now only this account related balance system will display. After selecting, click on refresh. It will display those 300. That's all. Same list. The same way, like any dimension, you can just Just move to the respective area where you required and all. Okay, period also, if you want to change here, you can take any one of the dimension, because without keeping at least one row and one column dimension, you cannot move those from here to here. You may just move amount type to here, and the period dimension you can take here, so that you can change the period and you can system will display the balance accordingly. By default, it is taking the current period. Here, amount type period we take in PTD, so it is showing current period balances. So that's how just you can inspect the balances. It is equal to inquire balances functionality in EBS as a part of GL. But here this inspect account balances, okay, account inspector. It is taking the balances from SBase. So that's all about account inspector. Fine. Now we'll see how to create journal by using ADFDI spreadsheet. To create the journal from spreadsheet, go to journals task and go to task list. Here we have a task called as create journal in spreadsheet. Say okay. That's not responding. 1 second. I think this is not installed or what. I think that ADFDI plugin uninstalled in this environment, I guess. We'll just go and install it. Okay, ADFDI. Run as administrator. Right click. So run as an administrator. Fine, it's completed. Now just refresh this navigation. We'll try to open it. If it is not supporting, we have to close these spreadsheets which are already open, and we have to try again. We'll try directly. Responding. So connect. Okay, done. So if we got multiple tabs here, single journal, you can use this format of the sheet, multiple journal and bulk journals. Multiple journals, when I say bulk journal, the large volume of the journal, so you can enter in this. Okay, and we'll just go and create the journal in the spreadsheet. You can give the journal name, journal 3. You can select ledger. Your data access system already selected. Same you can select as a ledger name, accounting period, today date. Okay, so adjusting period, nothing is required. So category source and category system is defaulting source is spreadsheet. Yes, this is ADFDA. So categories by default adjustment you may change if required. Just provide debit and credit lines. Double click. So we'll use this account. Say okay. Provide the currency USD. Enter debit amount, say $5,000. So rest of all fields are optional, and provide credit account code combination. Say okay and select currency USD and enter credit amount, say $5,000. Done. So now you can go to create journals and say submit. You given the journal name as a journal 3. So submission option, save to interface, submit journal import. Say submit journal import and posting. Let system import and post. Save to interface means again we have to run the import process. Not required. In one go we can place in the through interface we can import and we can post it. If you have a descriptive flex fill information, these are required. Now anyway not applicable. Say submit. Status is succeeded. Done. Now we can just go and find the journal in journals work area. Go to manage journals. So we imported journals from spreadsheet. You can search with the source as a spreadsheet. Select current period, August, and source is spreadsheet. Okay, spreadsheet, select, click on search. So we're given the name as journal 3, and system is creating the journal name with the combination of name what we given, and the journal is created for which category. Okay, by selecting which category, $500. Status is posted. So this is how just we can import the journals from ADFDA. We just closed it, right? Yeah. So that's all about journal creation through ADFDA. Now we'll see how to load the journals from FPDA. We know the FPDA process, how it works. Same is applicable for GL journals also. So if you want to load the journals through FPDA, okay, we have to download the template. It's very simple. The difference between this ADFDA and FDA is ADFDA is online process. So whatever the data you prepare within the ADFDA, so the information will be able to access from the application, but FPDA process completely automation. Sorry, manual process. Offline you have to enter the data that will be loading into application. Right. Just will go and download the journal import template from OER. So go to financials, select version. Here you can go with the use or books. Search for file based. Okay, when you search for file, it is showing that the link. Just click on HTML. Here we have file based data imports. Scroll down. You just click on this. So journal import. Here we have a journal import template. Click on that, and we know how to download it. Right click on the say save link as, and we have to use this job name import journals. Right click, say save link as. So this we can take into Cloud INC. We have one folder as a RI. We can take into it. It's not RI rapid implementation. Just we are taking into that folder. Done. Now just we can go to that same. Open this and just prepare with the data. We have a sample data within this. You can remove all the records except 2 records. The sample records we can use to prepare new journal. Done. Okay, the first one. So we have to provide the ledger ID, not ledger name. Okay, we'll see how to find the ledger ID for our ledger. So if you want to find out the ledger ID, you have to go to ledger definition task. You have to go to manage ledgers. So manage primary ledgers, right? So search for our ledger. Our ledger is Cloud INC USA primary ledger, right? So here we could see very few columns: primary ledger name, description. We didn't provide at the time of creation. Chart of accounts, accounting calendar, currency, and status. In case of EBS, if you want to see any additional columns for any record, what we'll do is we'll just go to folder show field, right? So through folder options you can see that. But here we can use this view option. Go to view and say columns. Within that, which columns are disabled, which can be displayed here: accounting method and ledger ID. Now accounting method we don't want to see, not required. Select ledger ID. So system is displaying ledger ID. Just make a note of this. Okay. So 300000157843693. We will verify once again. 3000157843693 693 done. Same. So this is our ledger ID. This ID we have to provide in the spreadsheet. So provide the date. The first one is month, August 8th, 13th, 18th. So journal source. From which source we are getting this data, you can just keep here. Okay, but make sure that these journal sources are available as a part of GL. EBS we can create the journal sources, journal category. In the same way here also we have task. Okay, you can search for journal sources, task, you can create the source. So this balance transfer and this remote transfer, these sources are the source and categories are available within the application. You can accept the same or you can modify. Currency, say USD. Journal entry creation date, the same date you can take. So the actual flag A means actual journals we are entering. To provide account code combination, to provide the account code combination, we'll just go and open the journal window so that we can take the account code combination. Anyway, the company and department 1000, right? We'll take some different expense account. Search for expense account which contains expense. Say internet expense. So company 1000, department 1000, account is this, and we have only 3 segments in our chart of account. So remove the values which are available for 4th and 5th. Just verify all other columns. So enter debit amount. So $10,000. Remove all these columns of data. Okay, done. We'll prepare credit line also. Same ledger ID, right? Same date you can copy and paste. You can go with the same journal source if you are bringing the data from some third party XYZ or ABC, anything else, whatever the name you can have that you can keep here. Before that, create the same source in the system. Okay, by using the task called as create manage journal sources. Okay, you can search for journal sources task. You can create the new source. Currencies USD. Creation date is same. And 1000 and provide account. Here we can select cash account. So we have only three segments. So remove the data for fourth and fifth. We have to enter the credit amount for credit line. This is for debit. Remove that. And for credit, $10,000. So whatever the data you want to capture accordingly you can provide. But now we don't require all this data. Fine, done. So we given journal amount as a $10,000, right? 10,000 done. Same process. Now we can go to instructions under CSV generation. Just click on generate CSV file. Save that file into this. See, now system is creating the CSV file. Okay, no issue. Save it. And it's not creating any zip file. Okay. If system is not creating, we can go and create. Anyway, system created CSV file, that is enough for us. But sometimes it may happen. System created only CSV file. GL interface dot CSV. No issues. If CSV file is generating zip file, you may create and you can move that CSV file into zip file. If you come across with this kind of issues, you can do it this way. I'll say GL journal zip file we are creating. You move this CSV file into zip file. That's how like CSV system will create the zip file. I'm just copying. I'm moving that. After moving, just verify the file is available within this zip format. Okay. Yes, we moved CSV file into zip file. Done. Now this zip file we have to load into application. That's all. So we know the process, right? Same process. You can just go place in the UCM. Otherwise, directly you can go with a process called as interface file for import. Right? Go to schedule process. Do you have that ESS in the no, fine? Directly you can go to schedule processes. Schedule new process. So load interface file for import, right? So select this job, load interface file for import. Just say OK. Select import process. Import process, import journals. Yes, we want to import journals. Journal information is available in which file? That file is not available in the UCM, right? Directly we have to browse. So no file available in UCM, directly you can upload. So select this zip file. Say OK. Say submit. Now the data which is available in that file, system will populate in the GL interface. Okay, we can see the status has succeeded. Now what we can do is we have to submit the, now the data is there in the interface, we have to import it to base tables. So just refresh the same navigation. Click on submit new process. Search for import journals. Source is balance transfer, right? That's how we have in that spreadsheet. Okay, so done. Say submit. What's wrong with this? Import journal warning. Fine, we'll just go and see that. If it is not imported, we'll look up, we'll try to find out the warning reason. So warning may not stop import. We created a journal with the 10,000, right? Manage journals. August. Source is balance transfer. Search. No, it's not resulting. to log file. This will be the output file. Chance here. Okay. So error. This date is not an open or future enterable period. No, that's a description. No. This is below our error codes, right? One second. Execution report. Group ID error. Source journal entry source name is. I think this balance transfer may not be available in that environment. Okay, if it is not available, how come it's there? Status error. Unbalanced journal entries. Remote transfer. Code is EU02. 20,000. We enter 20,000 line period balance transfer EU02. This is the one we entered, right? That may be there may be some other journals that exist. So this is the one balance transfer selected. This is the date we entered. Okay, accounting date. Enter debit, it is showing 0. Debit entered, credit. What is this? EC12. The entered amount must equal to the lecture or statistical currency journal line. So we have proper data, right? Okay. One second. So 10,000 we have. END. USD only. See, nothing wrong with this record if you see here. Cloud NCS import. Yes, in this date only we did. So it is not reflecting this amounts which we entered. Okay, this is again related to some other journal, I guess. Total debits 20, U02. But just we'll see. Unbalanced and suspense posting is not allowed in the lecture. But that is not related to this. See, we have that amounts and all, everything is fine. There's no issue with that. Why it is still. So, remote transfer is not related to us. Journal code, journal entry name. This is the remote transfer. This is source we selected. It is not taking the amounts which you entered. Okay, this could be that system side issue. Okay, you try in the environment which you have access. That should work because we could see that within the sheet CSV file also you can see we given the data properly, right? Debit and this is a credit amount. Or else we'll try to do it once again, no issues. So this is the actual journal import template, right? We'll remove this data. This is the template. So ledger ID, right? We'll provide for 2 rows at a time. Done. It is August 13, 18. Same can take for credit line also. So balance transfer journal category remote. Okay, remote transfer fine. Or else instead of remote transfer, we can go with the journals. Well, we'll just use this adjustment as a category. Currencies USD. Date same we can take here. Company 1000. Department 7. Okay, take expense account, and another credit account we can take as a cash account. Remove this. Okay, yes, we did mistake here. So enter debit amount. This is the column. Enter credit amount. This is the column. Just enter debit amount and do convert debit amount. We entered the amount in the converted debit amount, not in the credit amount. That was the issue. So 10,000, because this is based on sample data. They entered total debit amounts only. Here, enter credit amount. Done. Okay, done. That's all. Now it will be through. So generate CSV file. Just remove the file. Now this is a file, right? CS. This is a file. Just we have to take into zip file. Verify as it is placed. Yes. Now we can go with that process. Load interface file for import. Process name is import journals. Select our file. Fine. Now just refresh the navigation. Say import journals. So balance transfer only. Okay. Now see, we have another record, right? So the same balance transfer. We just take this warning is applicable for that. We'll go and verify the journal is imported or not. Just click on search. We can find the journal. What's wrong with this? This is for previous journal, right? Remote transfer is belongs to previous. So this is previous. It's not talking about the current one. That means that is true. We'll go and check once again. Search. So on the spreadsheet showing. Okay. So now we have to submit the import process, right? Load process only we submitted. Again, we have to submit the import. Load is done. And import also is submitted, right? Yes. So with this. 1 second. That has to show our journal. What's wrong? Even in the message also, it's nowhere it is mentioning what we entered. We'll go and resubmit. So the previous record fine, but the present record it has to through. Still it is not showing. Sorry. So import errors group variation -1. What's wrong with this? Category EBS transfer. Alright. But these are the accounts. Correct from here. 10,000. We take adjustments. Fine. Go to correct import errors and say upload. Submit journal import and post. Submit. Those updated successfully. We'll see. Yeah, it's just showing this. So because it's two journals, so at a time it is taking 10, 10 total 20. You can open this. Source is balance transfer. So the first one which we entered, okay, because of that issue, it got stuck. Second one also. So two times we entered, right? So two lines it's created. So debit it is credit, against debit it is credit. Same account you taken. So done. So we know this process already we did for different payables, receivables application. Same is applicable. That's all about FBDI template. Okay. And just the remaining will just go one by one. So so we'll connect in the tomorrow session and we'll just continue from here.